A lot of players are struggling to stop the run in college football 25, and in today's video I'm going to break down the most important tips you need to know to play dominant run defense right now and stop every run in the entire game. So we're going to show you guys how you can stop inside runs, outside runs, options, RPOs. We'll show runs against shotgun formations. We'll show runs against under center formations. Literally after watching this video, your run defense will improve 100 times. Guaranteed. So, the first thing we're going to do in this video is I'm going to break down the coaching settings that I use for optimal run defense. Then we're going to go over the plays I prefer to use in run defense against different runs. We're going to go over how to look at your run fits. And finally, we're going to go over my secret to stop every run, right? It's going to be a great video. So strap in and get ready, man. So what we're going to do right here is first we're going to break down our coaching adjustments. Now, I'm using the 4-3 multiple playbook on defense in this video, but honestly, what I'm about to show you guys can be applied to any playbook in the game and even multiple formations. So under coach adjustments, the three most important things you need to do and to access coaching adjustments at the play call screen, you just hit the R3 button in, the right analog stick. The three most important coaching adjustments are auto flip, the option read, and the option pitch keys. Now, for auto flip, you want it on. And this is just because with auto flip on, your defense is going to match up with the offensive formation, so you won't get mismatches numbers-wise as if you had it off. Now, for read key and pitch key, I keep both of them on conservative. It says with the pitch key that conservative leaves the pitch open, and from my experience, that's not the case. I feel like with it on conservative for the pitch key, it actually plays it, and this is important for speed options, and this is important for just standard read options with the read key. So we'll go over a little bit of both. Now, the formation you're going to use on defense, honestly, it just depends upon the playbook you're in. I prefer using to stop the run 4 down lineman defensive sets. So if I was you, I'd either use something like a 4-3 even, if you have that in your playbook, a nickel over, something like that. Dime is even decent, but I really probably want to go dime because there's just too many defensive backs on the field, especially against heavy sets. So I would either lean to like a 4-3 or a nickel personally. For this example, I'm just going to use the 4-3 even for this. Now I want to show you guys how to pull up your run fits, right? Because in order to stop the run, you need to know who is actually defending what gap. Who is playing what gap in each defense, and every defense in the game has different run fits, whether you're in cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. You need to know what the run fits are. Now, guys, I do daily college football 25 videos on my channel from tips and gameplays. I will do Madden 25 content as well when it comes out. So if you enjoy my content, if you're new, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, comment on the video. I also run Sportsgamerz.com, and that's where I put all my premium content. The link to that is in the comment and the description. So let's start with cover 4, right? Cover 4 is typically a pretty good run defense on most games because by default you have your safeties in the run fit. Now I've had a lot of people reach out to me and ask, how do you see the run fits? Well, to do so, what you do is you hold down both of the triggers. So if you're on Xbox, that's LT and left trigger and right trigger. If you're on PlayStation, that's L2 and R2. Now once you do that, if you want to see the run fits to where if the offense ran a run play to the left, you hit square. Or, you know, the equivalent on Xbox. And you can see what the gaps are. Literally, you see the arrows pointing to the gaps, so you kind of know what gaps will be played. Now, in a cover 4, you're noticing that everybody's in a run fit other than the 2 outside corners. So that is pretty good. Now, if you hold down, the triggers are L2 and LT, L2 and R2, or left trigger and right trigger, and then you hit circle, or the equivalent on Xbox, that will show you the run fits if they were to run the ball to the right. Now, this is cover 4. So typically, most of the time, both safeties are in run fits, although you see here, if they run to the right, this one is actually not. Now, if we switch to cover 3 and look at the run fits, you'll see that basically everybody except for the 3 deep zones in a cover 3, they're in run fits. So like right here, everybody except for the outside corners and the safety in the deep zone, they are in run fits whether you run left or right. Now, cover 2 is also a pretty interesting one because it's almost the opposite of the cover 4. Cover 2, as you guys are going to see here in a second, will essentially have your 2 outside corners in run fits, but not the safeties, and that's going to be the case whether they run left or run right. If you want to get better at college football 25 and win more games, check out my college football VIP membership on sportsgamerz.com. Put the link to order in the comments and the description. You will get access to all the content I release for college football all year long, including the best offense in the game, the best defense in the game, my secret A-gap blitzes, my rollout glitch, my run defense, and my pass defense, and much more. Let's dominate together, boys. Okay, so now knowing this, what do I prefer to do on defense? Well, in my experience in playing this game, believe it or not, cover 3 does a really good job stopping the run, and I'm going to explain why. Normally, I don't like using cover 3 against the run, but on this game, I really do, and the reason is because of the new defensive feature they added into the game called switch stick. So if you guys remember the run fits, you're seeing that basically the deep safety's not in a run fit and the outside corners aren't. But because of switch stick, we can fix this. We can play on the safety ourselves in a deep zone and basically, as our user, involve him in the run game. So now we basically have everybody in the run fit except for the outside corners. This really makes it great run defense because now literally the front 7 and both safeties will be involved in the run. I'm going to show you guys how to stop literally every run in the game from this cover 3 defense. Now, you're probably wondering, well, what if they pass? You're on the deep safety. That's where stick switch comes into play, and I'll explain how to utilize that against a pass. So let me just start with some basic inside runs. What you want to do is you want to move both safeties in the box, and then you want to take your user as the deep safety, and against every run in the game, I'm going to show you examples. You want to stand about 6, 7, 8 yards back of the center, directly over the center. By doing this, we can gap shoot every run in the game, and the offensive line will not recognize us because we're too far back. They're not seeing us as a threat. Whereas if we stood right over the center, they would definitely recognize us. So we're going to stand back and watch me blow up every run in the game. Now, as you guys can see, I just shoot down into the backfield. I clicked off. Now, you don't have to click off. If you want to go for a hit stick yourself, that's completely fine. But for me, I'm just going to shoot in the backfield and click off, and just either go for the conservative tackle or let the CPU do its thing. Not going to go for a whole bunch of hit sticks and risk missing tackles. Now, you guys can see how easy this was. Look how big this gap is. And like I said, everybody is involved in the run game, so I'm getting sheds from other players, except for the 2 outside corners. But we're not really worried about the run getting outside to begin with because we're able to shoot in the backfield, and then we have the outside linebackers waiting on the edge anyways. But again, look, very easy. Again, lots of yardage. So that's a standard inside zone from shotgun. But we can look at other formations and other plays too. Like, for instance, what if they ran a run to the left, right? Let's go with a base. So last play was an inside zone. That's going to be basically zone blocking. A base has a pulling guard, so that's essentially going to be a little bit different blocking we have to deal with. But still, concept remains the same. You take the safety that's in the deep zone. You stand about 6, 7, 8 yards back at the center directly over him, just like this. And at the snap, you're just basically going to shoot down into the backfield, make that tackle, man. It's so easy. And like I said, it's honestly unfair how easy this is. And you guys can see, once again, pretty much everybody is helping out in the run game. So, it's not like it's all on me to make this tackle. Like, if you guys can see, I'm not even going to make the tackle this time. I'm just going to just help out. So you guys can see, I just come around the edge. But somebody else made the tackle for me. I didn't even have to do anything. But when you know how to shoot it every time, it is very easy. Now, those were 2 examples of shotguns. I will show you guys options in a second. But what about some under center outside runs from heavy sets? So this is I-tight, one of the most heavy running formations you could get. So again, I like to move both safeties down in the box so this safety that I'm not using plays the run a little bit better. And then again, I just control this guy about 6, 7, 8 yards back at the center. Look to basically attack the gap at the snap. And as you guys can see here, again, very easy. You can either click off, make the tackle yourself, whatever you want. The only thing I would say is with this guy you're using, make sure he's fast. Because if he's not fast enough, you might not be able to hit the gap in time. So just make sure he's fast and ideally a good tackler. If he is a big hitter, you could feel free to go for some hit sticks. Again, I'm not really doing that too much because I just want to make sure I get this conservative tackle. And again, lots of yardage, no gain. Every run is being blown up very, very easily. Now, let me see if I can find like a pistol stretch type run. Yeah, we got one here. So this is a pistol, right? Wide zone trip set. So again, you're just going to move both safeties down the box. Usually the one in the deep zone. Again, if you look at the run fits, you'll see everybody except for the outside corners playing the run because our user is the safety in a deep zone. But obviously, we are playing the run ourselves. Now, against the zone, you want to shoot to the outside just like that. You make him cut it back in. He gets maybe 2 yards. That's fine. But don't, if you notice it's a wide handoff angle on like a stretch or a wide zone, don't shoot inside because you'll just run yourself out of the play. This is the one exception where you actually want to shoot outside. See, I shot outside, hit that gap, made him cut back in into the teeth of my defense and got like 2 yards. Now I want to show you guys what you would do if they end up passing the ball, because obviously you're probably saying to yourself, well, what if they pass because you're on a deep zone? It's very, very easy. After I show you guys this, I'll show you how to stop options. So basically, guys, you still do the same exact thing. Pre-snap. You take your safeties, you stand over the center, etc. However, if they snap the ball and they're passing, all you're going to do is immediately flick the right analog stick down to take control of that middle linebacker in that hook zone. So I hike the ball, I see they're passing, bam, I flick the analog stick down. Now I'm on that linebacker in the hook zone, and the safety drops back in this deep zone. So no harm, no foul. I don't have to play on the deep zone if it is a pass, which is so nice. You guys can see, oh, it's a pass. Literally just flick the right analog stick down. It's going to put you on that hook zone by the linebacker. Then your safety is going to be in the hook zone, in the deep zone, dropping back into coverage, right? Again, no harm, no foul. And this is, again, why you want to bring him up, about 6, 7, 8 yards off the ball. So another reason why is in the event that they do pass, you're not screwed because, he's far enough back, we got him in a situation where he can get back. Like, he's not too far up. I clicked on the wrong guy there, but whatever. Y'all see what I'm saying. You just literally switch stick to a different player if they do pass the ball. I like switch sticking to the linebacker that is in the hook zone, basically right underneath me, just like this. Bam. Well, this time I got on a flat zone. But, again, y'all see what I'm saying? No harm, no foul. We don't have to control the deep zone because of the stick switch. Guys, now let's get into options. I know a lot of y'all probably came here for that purpose, and this is what we do against the option. It's the same thing. We move the safeties up, stand over the center with the one in the deep zone. Now, for read option, because we put our key on conservative, the defender with his R over his head, which in this case is the outside linebacker on the right of the screen, he's going to stay at home to play the quarterback keeper, so the quarterback can't keep it. So our job is basically the same as an inside zone to basically stop the running back. So like right here, you guys can see here, just basically read the gaps of the O-lineman. I saw that, because read options do block a little bit differently than the inside zone, I saw that the center A-gap did not open up, so I simply went to the outside, B-gap, shot in the backfield again. You can click off or make the tackle yourself. Loss of yards, nothing is going on here. Very easy, right? Now that's a read option. What about a speed option? So the speed option is basically going to involve the pitch key, which is why I have that on conservative, because I feel like conservative actually plays the pitch better. Like, I don't want pitching, because pitching is what leads to the big gain. So the easiest way to practice this, if you're in practice mode, is literally just go to play type for run, or option, and you just want to go look for a speed option. So here we go, speed option right here. Now again, we're going to do the same thing. Bring the safety down in the box, use this one over the center. And remember, we should have the pitch played, so we're going to watch the quarterback. As you guys can see here, just exactly as I said, that should be a fumble going the other way. But let's take a look at the replay. So I was more so worried about the quarterback with my user. I wanted to cut him off and force the pitch. Because as you guys can see here, even though it says conservative doesn't play the pitch, clearly conservative does play the pitch. Look, they're staying at home on the pitch. He does try to pitch it because he has nowhere to go. And, that's a fumble, bro. Where should be going the other way as far as I'm concerned? Lock up. So, hope this video helped y'all out. It should. I have not been giving up runs with this exact strategy. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.